Hi Leo, welcome back to Omkara Tarot and to another Love Bite. Leo, let's see what are the messages for you now. And a warm welcome back to all my subscribers. Welcome in newcomers. Leo Spirit. Alright, Leo, 3 cards for the first person. Leo. Knight of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the Temperance card. Okay. Second person, Queen of Wands, Four of Swords, and the Fool. Okay, mutual energies, Eight of Swords, Page of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Bottom of my deck, I have the Nine of Cups. So somebody's wanting to get their happiness back. I think this person does want to rush back in. They've made up their mind. They're getting impatient, but somewhere they're not really sure they'll be forgiven. The other person is angry. They are angry. They are upset. In fact, they're not really waiting anymore because they feel the other person probably made a fool out of them or never offered them a new beginning. So they are really not waiting around, I feel, from what I feel. Okay, let's see. I'm going to, of course, clarify these cards for you, Leo. But before that, let's start with some dialogue message cards. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other right now, what that would be, and then I'll clarify the rest. Leo and their person, Spirit. Leo and their person, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Leo and their person, Spirit. Let's take a few more from another deck. Leo and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Okay, and we'll take a few more from a third deck, Leo, and then start the reading. Leo and their person, Spirit. Leo and that person. All right, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Leo, if any of you are looking for personal readings, my email is omkarataro@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here, Leo says, "It drives me crazy how you manage to read my mind and hijack my thoughts. How do you know everything? I can't hide anything from you. I can tell when you're speaking from your ego or higher self. Although I love your soul, I must admit, I don't like your ego. I always look out for you because I love you unconditionally. I try to warn you about fake people with bad intentions who are out there to manipulate and use you. It cuts deep because you seem to trust everyone over me. Nothing else matters but you. I'm waiting for you. I didn't mean to hurt you. Success means nothing without you. I'm stalling. I'm frustrated." All right, so these were some of your messages. If these were resonating with your storyline, Leo, let's start the reading. I'm going to first focus on the first line, which is person A for me. Then we'll move to the second person, second line. Newcomers, please remember these are not gender based. All right, so later we'll do the mutual energies. Okay, so person A, let's start with you. What's the Knight of Swords for you? Knight of Swords. Yeah, I think person A wants to rush back in and say, "Listen, I've made up my mind. I want you back," or they want to come rushing back towards their person. They're very worried if they don't, their person is going to go off and give their heart to somebody else. Right? Person A, is that why you want to come rushing back? Yeah, because I think this person has been watching. Maybe they were waiting that maybe if they wait long enough, their person will reach out to them. But I don't think they've received a message. It's been a while. So now I think this person wants to come rushing back because they don't want their person to not be single or move on or give their heart to somebody else. They are scared. They are scared that maybe, by now, if I don't rush back now, maybe sooner or later they'll stop waiting and they'll choose another direction. So I think person A does want to communicate. They want to maybe travel towards the other person. They want to tell them that, let's forget this back and forth. I've made up my mind. I choose you. Yeah, this person wants to pull out the swords that maybe got plunged into this connection because they are missing person B. They are missing person B. They feel feel depressed, they feel sad, they know that they created maybe they or both of you created some kind of an imbalance, and they know because of that that the other person is probably still upset and angry with them. Maybe they behaved immaturely, or maybe they behaved like a player, or maybe they were found flirting, or I don't know what, something happened here. But person A says, no, 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 I choose them, there is nobody else. I just want to rush back towards them and create peace and happiness in this connection again. So they're not sure if the other person still loves them, because they did take their person's love for granted, I guess, at one point. So, person B, what about you? What do these three cards mean for you? Person B says, yes, they are right. I am angry. I am angry and I'm upset. Why? Why are you angry and upset? Because they feel that person was giving attention to everything else except building maybe a secure foundation with them. They were maybe feeling that they always pushed me away, or something. So I think person B is angry and upset and saying, I don't want to be in this stress anymore. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to protect myself. I'm really not waiting around for them anymore. In fact, I'm manifesting now. What are you manifesting? What are you manifesting, person B? They're manifesting something new, because I think for a while this person was manifesting an apology. They were manifesting an apology. Maybe they did want this partnership. They did want that person to step up and take responsibility. But right now, from what I feel, they've stopped waiting. It's like I might as well shut this chapter down once and for all, because this person never stepped up. They never took responsibility for their actions. Maybe this is over. Maybe they just made a fool out of me. What's the fool in reverse? Yeah, person B is kind of, they feel that they probably caught person A doing something they shouldn't, which disappointed them. Maybe they caught person A being immature, or did something immature, or was a player, I don't know. Or maybe they didn't offer enough, I don't know. But person B says, I just wasted a lot of energy, time, effort, and they are right. This was a very imbalanced connection. So, mutual energies and spirit for the first person who does want to come rushing back now. Yeah, they want to rush back because they're tired of this thinking, overthinking. They want the stress to be out of their head now. They want this happily ever after. Person A says, I still love them. I want something good for the future. I want to make this happen. I don't want to lose out on this connection, because I always thought this we could have a happily ever after, but they're not sure whether they will be forgiven, I feel. Yes, because they're not sure if their person wants the same thing as them anymore. They know they disrespected their person maybe in the past, and now they feel, I don't even know whether they'll want to have me back or not. So they are quite sad and they are quite depressed at the moment, person A, because they feel they've lost out. They made the wrong choice and they lost out on a long-term partnership and commitment. But this person, they do want to make things right. I think this person does want to open up, but they don't want to look like a fool either, in case the other person has given up on them, right? So, person B, what about you? What do these three cards mean for you? Person B says, well, the blindfold is off, Omkara Tarot. I've stopped stressing about this long time ago, because yes, this person was rude and mean, and they never opened up emotionally to me. They were very controlling. They thought they had all the power in this connection. So I've stopped worrying about this now. In fact, I'm not even waiting for an apology anymore. I realized that maybe this was becoming a bit toxic, this connection, right? So I'm not waiting around anymore. I'm not waiting for an apology or a love offer. In fact, I'm on the verge of releasing this connection, because I feel that's the right thing for me to do. They made a fool out of me, so it's best that I turn my back on this connection. I don't want to be in a connection where one person has all the power, right? So it always makes me feel I'm not good enough, or wants to be one up on me. So then, Nine of Cups, Spirit. Who's in the Nine of Cups then? What's the Nine of Cups? This is person A, who feels they really do want to come back, because if person B would take them back, it would make them very, very happy. It would make all their dreams and wishes come true. This is the person who probably was sitting in their indulgent behavior in the past. They could have been the ones who made their person feel less than or something. They know that their person is probably exhausted and tired of them, has given up. So they are very embarrassed and they are very ashamed of their past behavior, but they definitely want to now have a second chance and they do want to rebuild. They may just try and communicate. They may just try and reach out to the other person and then wait and watch in fear as to what the other person will say. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Leo. Till next time then, love and light. Take care. Namaste.